Good evening, Swadikap. The Television Pool of Thailand brings you to the live transmission of the Royal Merit Making Ceremony for the royal remains of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, กรมหลวงราชสารินีสิริพัฒน์มหาวชิรราชธิดา on the fourth day following the passing of Her Royal Highness, to be held at Piman Rattaya Hall within the ground of the Grand Palace, Bangkok. For people in Thailand, you can watch this program narrated in English if your television set has a dual language system, or via the website prd.prd.go.th and the Facebook NBT World. My name is Captain Dr. Yongyut Mayalab, and I shall be the narrator in English language for this live telecast. Today, as Thailand mourns the passing of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, we remember not only her distinguished service to the nation, but also her enduring commitment to the development of young people. Her Royal Highness firmly believed that the future of Thailand would be shaped not merely by academic achievement, but by character, responsibility, discipline, and a spirit of service. These ideals lay at the very heart of the Scout movement, a cause that she actively supported and championed throughout her life. And Her Royal Highness understood that Scouting is far more than uniforms, ceremonies, or outdoor activities. It's a lifelong school of character. Here we have the interior of the Piman Rattaya Hall, with the royal portrait being shown on the picture at the moment of Her Royal Highness. And this was the costume of the insignia of the King's Own Bodyguard Regiment uniform. The great golden urn that you can see here of the royal remains of Her Royal Highness is placed under the seven-tiered white umbrella of state. The great golden urn is placed on the southern side of Piman Rattaya Hall. Presently in use, was created during the reign of King Rama IX, and the great golden urn is adorned with diamond clusters, fresh flowers, and artificial flowers in accordance with royal dignity. The royal portrait of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha, there's a royal monograms above the royal portrait. The letter in Thai, PA, is shown in saffron, the color associated with the day of her birth, which was Thursday, and the Thai letter PA is shown in yellow, the color associated with her dynastic family of Jakri. The royal portrait is placed within and beneath the royal coronet. You can see the royal chairs of Their Majesties the King and Queen, and towards the left of this picture is the shrine for the principal Buddha image, which is the Buddha image according to the day of birth of Her Royal Highness. Traditionally, the decoration of a royal urn varies according to rank and is arranged in multiple tiers. On this occasion, all the ornaments customarily used for the royal urn have been graciously bestowed. The diamond cluster ornament affixed to the top of the urn is known as the Pum Dok Mai Pet. Below it, around the body of the urn, are diamond floral ornaments known as Dok Mai Wai, or Bai Pru, drooping leaves. Around the mouth of the urn are suspended rows of diamond garlands with silver tassels hanging at regular intervals on all four corners. At the waist of the urn are diamond floral ornaments known as Dok Mai Eo, arranged around the entire circumference. In front of the urn base is placed a ceremonial cloth extending down to a two-tiered gold tray. The upper connecting cloth on the two-tiered gold tray is folded together, and during the funeral rite, officials will draw out the connecting cloth or prapusayong and extend it to the monk's platform. using supporting stands at intervals to connect it with another ceremonial connecting cloth laid on two-tiered gold tray at the western side of the monk's platform. The cloth is spread along the length of the monk's platform with a white cloth laid underneath first. So you can see here the great golden urn placed upon a three-tiered พระแท่นแว่นฟ้า pedestal covered with gold cloth and decorated with white crystal ornaments. The pedestal is adorned with gold floral clusters, electric candles and silver flower vases at the four corners of each tier. And each tier is furnished with suvarnachat and suvarnachat kandan ornaments. Here are the offerings, the gold and silver floral offerings at the base of the platform supporting the royal urn. To the right of the royal urn are displayed the decorations and insignia bestowed upon Her Royal Highness. For example, the ancient and auspicious order of the 9 gems, ladies, the most illustrious order of Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati for ladies, the most noble order of the Chulajomklao first class, Patom Chulajomklao for ladies, the King Rama IX Royal Cipher Medal first class, the most admirable order of the Direk Kunaporn Dame Grand Cross first class, Patom Direk Kunaporn, the King Rama IX Royal Cipher Medal first class, the uniform of the King's own bodyguard regiment with the rank insignia of general together with a folded handkerchief, and the ceremonial evening uniform of the King's own bodyguard regiment with the rank insignia of general together with a folded handkerchief. You're watching the live telecast of the Royal Merit Making Ceremony for the royal remains of Her Royal Highness on the 4th day following the passing of Her Royal Highness. Assistant Professor Dr. Prinya Thewa Narumitgun, a faculty member of the Faculty of Law at Thammasat University, published a social media tribute detailing the lesser-known international achievements of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati. The assistant professor noted that while Thais recognize Her Royal Highness, the late princess, as a prominent legal professional and Thammasat alumna, younger generations may not fully realize her dedication to the justice system. Her Royal Highness shows a career in the public prosecution service rather than the judiciary, believing it offered more direct opportunities to assist ordinary citizens through individual casework and legal consultations. Her early landmark achievement was advancing the rights of female inmates, culminating in the United Nations adoption of the Bangkok Rules in 2010. Assistant Professor Prinya also revealed another global legacy that remains largely unrecognized by the public: her instrumental role in embedding justice within the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. He recalled learning of this achievement in 2019 while welcoming the princess during her visit to Thammasat University. During the tour, the princess noted his background in constitutional law and asked about his interest in sustainable development. Assistant Professor Prinya replied that as Vice Rector for Sustainability, he was responsible for the initiatives. He added that legal scholars naturally focus on SDG 16, which links peace and justice. He expressed admiration for the United Nations pairing these concepts, stating that durable peace is unattainable without justice. In response, the princess shared that she spearheaded the inclusion of justice in the framework during her tenure as Thailand's ambassador to the United Nations in Vienna in 2014. At the time, the preliminary draft of SDG 16 strictly focused on peace, recognizing that structural peace requires legal equity. She successfully negotiated the institutionalization of justice as a co-equal target. The assistant professor described this accomplishment as a monumental legacy for humanity. Although his plans to host a public seminar on justice and sustainability with the princess were halted by the COVID-19 pandemic, he documented this milestone in the permanent exhibition dedicated to her at Kittiyakorn Auditorium at Thammasat University, Rangsit campus. The assistant professor concluded by expressing deep sorrow at the loss of a vital pillar of the Thai justice system. He called on all legal professionals nationwide to honor her memory by continuing her work to uphold and strengthen judicial equity. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Regional Office for Southeast Asia and the Pacific expressed profound sorrow over the passing of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati. In an official condolence message, UNODC management and staff recognized the late Prince's lifelong dedication to improving lives across Thailand, especially among the most vulnerable. Her Royal Highness was deeply committed to the well-being of those in the justice system and was a leading advocate for the rule of law and a justice process grounded in human dignity. Her efforts advanced international standards for the treatment of women prisoners and non-custodial measures for women offenders, known as the Bangkok Rules, which continue to benefit women worldwide. As the UNODC Goodwill Ambassador for the rule of law in Southeast Asia, the late Princess was recognized as a passionate advocate for judicial integrity and reform. The regional office noted that her dedication inspired people in Thailand, throughout Southeast Asia and around the world. You just seen the picture of the Buddha image associated with the day of birth of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati กรมหลวงราชสารินีสิริพัฒน์มหาวชิรราชธิดา The Buddha image associated with Her Royal Highness day of birth corresponds to Thursday, the day of birth of Her Royal Highness. The image depicts the Buddha seated cross-legged in the meditation posture or samadhi. The right hand rests upon the left hand in the lap, symbolizing meditation. The robe is worn with one shoulder uncovered, and the edge of the robe falls in a straight line. The robe is decorated with a dok pikun floral pattern. So here we see the seventh-tiered white umbrella of state being placed high above the great royal urn. Let me recap on the activities and events due to take place this evening. On the arrival of Their Majesties the King and Queen, who will be accompanied by Her Royal Highness Princess Siriwanwari Narirat Rajakanya and His Royal Highness Prince Tipankor Rasami Chod Mahawachirottamangul Siri Wibun Rajakuman, departing from Amphonsathan Residential Hall Dusit Palace for Piman Rattaya Hall in the Grand Palace. When the royal motor vehicle arrived at the crystal wall gate of the Dusit Mahaprasad Front Hall beside Rajakaranya Sabha Hall, Their Majesties the King and Queen will ascend the Mukrasan staircase of Piman Rattaya Hall to enter the hall. Her Majesty the Queen will then stand before the royal seat. His Majesty the King will proceed to light incense sticks and candles at the two-tiered gold pedestal worship set in homage to the Buddha image representing the day of birth of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha. His Majesty will then pay homage. His Majesty the King will then proceed past the members of the royal family and government officials in attendance to light incense sticks and candles at the worship tables before the beds of the Bajrakitiyabha monks chanting the Abhidhamma on the eastern and western sides of Piman Rattaya Hall. He will receive the homage of those in attendance and will then take his seat on the royal seat. Bajrakitiyabha monks will then chant the Abhidhamma, and upon completion of the 4 rounds of the Abhidhamma chanting, officials will invite one ecclesiastical dignitary who will offer the Adirek chanting, and 8 Bajrakitiyabha monks who have been chanting the Abhidhamma to take their seats at the monks' platform. His Majesty the King will proceed to present monks' robes as merit-making and will then return to the royal seat. The monks will then perform the funeral rite, and Their Majesties the King and Queen will then perform the pouring of dedicatory water. At the latter part of the ceremony, the monks will offer blessings, offer the Adirek chanting, and offering a farewell blessing, and depart from the hall. And that will be the end of the royal merit-making ceremony. As for the monk who will be chanting the Adirek, this will be Prasi Vachirakon from Chana Songkram Temple. And for the Bajrakitiyabha monks who will be chanting the Abhidhamma scriptures, for this evening from 5:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. there are monks coming from Bawar Nivet Vihan Temple and another 4 monks from Rajasiddharam Temple. During the day, starting from 5:30 a.m. this morning until 7:30 a.m., the honorific monks from Prayun Wongsawat Temple and Saket Temple took part in the chanting of the Abhidhamma. And for the daytime section from 7:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m., the honorific monks from Anongkaram Temple and Mahathat Yuvarat Rangsarit Temple participate in the Abhidhamma chanting. As for the work of Her Royal Highness, the Princess, she served as a bridge of goodwill connecting Thailand with international community and was a leader in promoting the rule of law, justice, and human rights, particularly for vulnerable groups. She graduated in law from the Faculty of Law, Thammasat University, and pursued both master's and doctorate degrees in law at Cornell University, the United States of America. At the beginning of her humanitarian work in 2001, Her Royal Highness visited the Central Women's Correctional Institution, which marked the beginning of her concern for the welfare of female inmates. A major inspiration came from the teachings of her royal grandfather, His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej the Great, who taught that the people are of utmost importance, especially vulnerable groups, women, and children. Their Majesties the King and Queen have now arrived within the Piman Rattaya Hall. They are being accompanied by members of the royal family. His Majesty the King is now lighting the candles and incense in homage to the Buddha image representing the day of birth of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati กรมหลวงราชสารินีสิริพัฒน์มหาวชรราชธิดา His Majesty the King is now proceeding past members of the royal family and government officials in attendance to light incense sticks and candles at the worship tables before the beds of the พระพิธีธรรม monks chanting the Abhidhamma on the eastern and western sides of Piman Rattaya Hall. Oh
สา
This is the end of the chanting of Abhidhamma scriptures, referring to a formal Buddhist ritual in which monks recite teachings from the Abhidhamma Pitaka, one of the three major divisions of the Tipitaka, the Buddhist Pali Canon. The Abhidhamma contains deep analytical teachings about mind and mental processes, ethical states and mental qualities, the nature of reality or ultimate truth, and causality, and how experiences arise. It is considered the most advanced and philosophical section of Buddhist scripture. So chanting of Abhidhamma scriptures is the recitation by Buddhist monks of the analytical teachings of the Abhidhamma Pitaka, traditionally performed to honor the deceased and dedicate merit, especially in royal funeral ceremonies. This symbolizes the honor at the highest level of respect, blessings and merit dedicated to the royal person, and a spiritual guard for the journey beyond. So now, upon completion of the 4 rounds of the Abhidhamma chanting, officials invite one ecclesiastical dignitary who will offer the Adirek chanting and 8 Prapititam monks who have chanted the Abhidhamma to take their seats at the monks' platform. All being ready, officials spread the ceremonial connecting cloth, the Prapusayong, in preparation for the offering of the saffron robes by His Majesty, who would then proceed to present the monks with the robes. Prasi Wachirakon from Janasongkram Temple will be the one who offer the Adirek blessing, which refers to the special benedictory chant delivered by a senior monk, usually the presiding ecclesiastical dignitary, in honor of His Majesty the King or Her Majesty the Queen, when they graciously preside over merit-making ceremonies and other royal rites. The term Adirek derives from the Pali word Atireka, meaning beyond measure, greater than usual, or extraordinary. This is the merit making made by His Majesty the King to the congregation of monks. His Majesty the King is now returning to his royal seat. The monks within be chanting the Sadappakon in response.
Upachitawa niruchanti te samrupa samosukon. Yā thā vāri vāhā purā paripurenti sākharāṃ Eva meva ito tinang petanang upakapati Ichitang patitang tumhang kipameva samichatu Sapphe purentu sankapa Chanto panaraso yatha manicho ti raso yatha Sapitiyo viva chanto sapalo ko vina satumate bhavatvantarayo sukhiti khayuko Sapitiyo viva chanto sapalo ko vina satum te bhavatvantarayo sukhi ติขายุโกภวสัพพิติโยวิวัจจันตุสัพพะโรโควินาศตุมาเตภวัตวันตรายโยสุขิติขายุโกภวะอภิวาทนาสิลิสนิจังวุฒาปัจจายโนจัตตารธรรมาวัฏันติอายุวันโนสุขังภาลังอัตตาสิเมอากาสิเมยาติมิตาสขาจะเมตานังทาคินังทาชาปุเปกตมนุสรังนาหิรุณนังวาโสโกวายาวันยาปริเทวนานาตังเปตานามัตถายาเอวังติทันติยาตโยอายัญจะโคทาคินาทินาสังฆามหิสุปฏิทิตาทิคาราตังหิตายาสัทธานาโสอุปกาปฏิโสยติธรรมโมจะอายังนิทัสสิโตเปตานปุชาจักตาอุลาลาภลันจะภิกขุนัมมโนปทินังตุมหิปุญญังปัสสุตังอนาปกันติอติเลกวัสสตังชีวตุอติเลกวัสสตังชีวตุอติเรกวัสสตังชีวตุทีขายุโกโหตุอโรโกโหตุทีขายุโกโหตุอโรโกโหตุสุขิโตโหตุปรเมนทมหาราชาสัปรมราชินีสิทธิกิจจังสิทธิกัมมังสิทธิลาโภชโยนิจังปรเมนทมหาราชวรัสสะปรมราชินิยาสหภวตุสัพพทาขอถวายพระพรภวตุสัพพมังคลังราคันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนัสสทธาโสทิภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังราคันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพธรรมานุภาเวนัสสทธาโสทิภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังราคันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนัสสทธาโสทิภวันตุเต
The congregation of monks have now offered blessings, offered the Adirek chanting, and also a farewell blessing. They will now be departing from the hall. Rapititham monks are monks of ecclesiastical rank, upon whom the king has graciously bestowed appointment. There are 10 royal monasteries in this category. Each monastery appoints one monk whose rank is lower than that of a พระราชาคณะ or ecclesiastical dignitary. These monks are qualified to chant the Chaturved, recite scriptures and conduct the chanting of the Abhidhamma at royal funerals and merit-making ceremonies held under royal patronage. For พระพิธีธรรม monks serve at each occasion. The institution of พระพิธีธรรม is believed to have originated during the Ayutthaya period and continue into the early Rattanakosin era or Bangkok period. His Majesty the King has now paid homage to the principal Buddha image, which is the Buddha image according to the day of birth of Her Royal Highness. Members of the royal family, including Her Royal Highness Princess Julapon, กรมพระศรีสว่างควัต are in attendance. The monasteries granted the rank of พระพิธีธรรม comprising originally 9 royal monasteries วัดระฆังโคสิตาราม วัดพระเชตุพนวิมลมังคลาราม วัดมหาธาตุ วัดราชสิทธาราม วัดราชบุรณะ วัดสะเกษ วัดหงส์รัตนาราม วัดโมลีโลกยาราม and วัดอรุณราชวราราม During the reign of King Rama III, Wat Sutat Tevoraram was granted the rank of Prapititam, increasing the number to 10 monasteries. During the reign of King Rama IV, the chanting of Panyak was changed to Sarapanya rhythm. Consequently, one additional Prapititam monk was appointed at Wat Pawanivet Vihan, and the Prapititam of Wat Moli Lokayaram was removed. However, at the time, no monastery was assigned the duty of chanting Pan Pra in Sarapanya rhythm to pair with Wat Pawanivet Vihan. His Majesty therefore commanded an inquiry as to which monastery would chant Pan Pra to pair with the Pawanivet Vihan temple. As a result, Wat Sutat Tevoraram assumed the duty, and the Prapititam of Wat Sutat Tevoraram have performed the chanting in the Sarapanya rhythm ever since. Piman Rattaya Hall here is situated within the middle court of the Grand Palace to the south of Dusit Mahaprasad Hall. His Majesty King Puttayot Fajulalok the Great graciously commanded its construction together with Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall after Amarin Vinishai Mahaprasad Hall was struck by lightning and destroyed in a major fire in 1789. Originally, Amarin Vinishai Mahaprasad Hall had been modeled after Sanpet Prasad Hall of Ayutthaya and featured elongated northern and southern porticos. His Majesty King Puttayot Fajulalok the Great therefore commanded the construction of Dusit Mahaprasad Hall as a cruciform structure with porticos of equal length on all four sides, and further ordered the construction of Piman Rattaya Hall here, extending southward from the connecting gallery of Dusit Mahaprasad Hall. Piman Rattaya Hall formerly served as the royal bedchamber of the king on occasions when His Majesty resided within the group of Mahaprasad throne halls and granted audiences at Dusit Mahaprasad Hall. At times it was graciously designated as a residence for senior female members of the royal family. During the reign of King Rama II, it served as the residence of Her Royal Highness Princess Grommalung Thepawadi, a daughter of King Rama I. During the reign of King Rama V, it served as the residence of Her Royal Highness Gromapra Sudarat, when her former residence was dismantled for the construction of the Chakri Mahaprasad group of buildings. Subsequently, during the reign of King Rama IX, His Majesty graciously designated the hall as the venue for the royal ablution ceremony of His Majesty King Anantamahidon or Rama VIII in 1946. Since then, it has continued to serve as the venue for the ablution rites of kings and members of the royal family. Their Majesties, the King and Queen, and members of the royal family have now departed the Piman Rattaya Hall. Their Majesties the King and Queen, accompanied by Her Royal Highness Princess Siriwanri Narirat Rajaganya, His Royal Highness Prince Tipankon Rasmi Chod, Mahawachirottamangkul Suriwibun Rajakuman, and other members of the royal family, are now proceeding to Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall, where they will be paying royal homage before the royal remains of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother. So you can see the architectural features of Piman Rattaya Hall from the exterior here. Most recently, upon the passing of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, His Majesty graciously commanded that Piman Rattaya Hall be used as the place where her royal remains are lying in state on this occasion. So Piman Rattaya Hall is a masonry structure built of brick and plaster. It features a traditional Thai roof of 3 diminishing tiers adorned with chofa, bairaka, hang hong, and naksadung finials. Decorative brackets supporting the eaves are embellished with green glass. When originally constructed, the roof was covered with tin tiles. During restoration in the reign of King Rama III, these were replaced with terracotta tiles, and in the reign of King Rama V, green glazed tiles were introduced. At the doorway of Piman Rattaya Hall, on the connecting gallery adjoining Dusit Mahaprasad Hall, are Chinese inscriptions on both sides of the doorway, arranged as a Chinese poem. The upper left line translated into English as to establish stability and peace throughout the realm. The lower left line saying benevolence and royal grace spread throughout the land. The upper right line saying to protect and preserve the kingdom in enduring security. And at the lower right line saying virtue extends afar like the vast ocean. Today, as Thailand mourns the passing of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, we remember not only her distinguished service to the nation, but also her enduring commitment to the development of young people. Her Royal Highness firmly believed that the future of Thailand would be shaped not merely by academic achievement, but by character, responsibility, discipline, and spirit of service. Among the many roles fulfilled by Her Royal Highness, princess, legal scholar, diplomat, humanitarian, and public servant, perhaps one of the most touching was the role she cherished most deeply, that of a devoted daughter. Throughout her life, Her Royal Highness demonstrated profound love, respect, and gratitude towards her parents. Those who observed her closely often witnessed not only the dignity and composure expected of a member of the royal family, but also the warmth, affection, and devotion of a daughter whose bond with her parents remained strong throughout her life. From an early age, Her Royal Highness was guided by the values of duty, compassion, discipline, and service. These values became the foundation upon which she built her life and dedicated herself to the welfare of others. Yet, despite her many responsibilities and international accomplishment, she never lost sight of the importance of family and filial devotion. You've been watching the live telecast of the Royal Merit Making Ceremony for the royal remains of Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha Narendiradebyavati, กรมหลวงราชสารินีสิริพัฒน์มหาวชรราชธิดา on the fourth day following the passing of Her Royal Highness, held at Piman Rattaya Hall within the ground of the Grand Palace, Bangkok. Television Poop Thailand would like to thank you for watching this live program, and please join us again for the live telecast tomorrow at the time around 16:50 hours Thai time for the live transmission of the Royal Merit Making Ceremony. From your narrator, Captain Dr. Yongyut Mayalab, I'd like to thank you very much, and please join us again tomorrow. สวัสดีครับ Goodbye.